How is it that someone can take up half a day just to do a 30-minute job, while other people can manage a full-time job on top of doing a side hustle, looking after a family of 5, and still have time for their hobbies and social circles? Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you've ever felt like you're always busy but not getting much done, you're definitely not alone. The truth is, being busy isn't the same as being efficient. In the past, I felt like I never had time for myself after work. Once I've done the chores around the house, I'm back at work again. But I have since discovered some very simple productivity tips that made me work smarter, not harder, and reclaim my time. These are strategies that you can implement today, no matter your schedule or work style. I'm going to unlock your inner potential and switch on that high efficiency way of life so you can achieve your goals without the burnout, and most importantly, create systems that do all the heavy lifting for you. So let's get started. First is having a planner. You want to be able to brain dump all of the outstanding tasks on a planner. Keep all your to-do lists, appointments, and deadlines all in one place so you can shut down those open tabs that's running on the background in your brain and free up those brain powers to focus on the work that is required. You can have it in a physical notebook or an e-planner like Notion or Google Calendar, and that's going to be your North Star, keeping you on track of your duties and deadlines. So tip number 2 is to focus on your strength. Now you've got your tasks set out in your planner, use the 80-20 principle. That means 80% of your outcomes or achievement actually comes from only 20% of the actions that you take. So prioritize the 20% factors that will produce the best results. Instead of spreading yourself thin, trying to do everything, just focus on your strength and double down on it. For example, if you're good at content creation, generating ideas, writing scripts, but not so good at editing the videos, why not outsource this task and just focus on what you're good at? You can also apply this in other settings and not just work. If you're not good at mowing the lawn or cleaning the gutter, pay someone for the job and just focus on other things that you're good at that needs to be done. Maybe it's tidying the house, hosting dinner parties, or even thrifting furniture. This will save you significant time and get more jobs done than if you try to do everything yourself, spreading yourself thin and getting exhausted and overwhelmed by the end of the day. So open your notebook and start identifying what are the 20% actions that are giving you 80% of the results. For me, taking half a day to meal prep for the week ahead frees up 80% of the time after work to wind down and relax. Another example is having brunch catch up with my friends every 2 to 3 weeks, and this really helps me to make and maintain 80% of the meaningful connections I have. Figure out these 20% actions in different areas of your life, such as career, health, financial goals, relationships. Once you've done this, congratulations, you have unlocked your personal, tailored, high-efficiency way of life. So tip number 3 is to simplify your approach and focus on what matters. Have you ever put in a lot of work, poured in your heart and soul into a project, only to get very little in return that doesn't justify the amount of time and effort you put in? For example, it could be a presentation to a potential client, making a YouTube video, or even a home makeover. But before you dive head into the project, identify what is important to your client or audience. Are they looking for a sustainable way to solve their problem, or do they want a systematic review of their processes? For the home makeover, are they trying to create a certain vibe, or do they just want to free up more space? By identifying and focusing on what your client actually wants and addressing their needs, you can actually cut out a lot of time-consuming and unnecessary work that you shouldn't even bother with. Ask yourself what's the easiest way to achieve the result. If you're going to make YouTube videos, what does your audience actually value and want to see? Please let me know. This way you can find the easiest, most direct path to the end goal you want to achieve, concentrating all of the energy on work that actually matter. So the next one is having systems and routines in place. This will literally save you hours of time and energy. Decision fatigue is the idea that the more decisions you make, the more fatigue you develop, and the ability to make quality decisions deteriorates over the course of the day, leading to brain fog and mental exhaustion. You can reduce the amount of decisions you need to make in a day by having routines in place. Things like picking out your outfit the night before, planning the groceries and meals in advance, so you're not wasting your brain power to make decisions on things that don't really matter. When you have routines in place, your body just goes into autopilot mode and get the job done. It's almost like putting your body on energy saving mode so you can reserve those energies for important tasks later on the day. For recurring tasks, set up automated systems that can do the job for you, like setting up autopay or direct debit for your rent and bill so they're not going overdue and hitting you with a fine. Get groceries all in one go rather than making multiple trips to the shop will help you save time. Also, go through your emails and start all of those non-urgent emails so you can reply to them at the end of the day all in one go. Having templates and procedures will also level up your productivity drastically. For example, you can set up email templates to reply to collaboration invitations. If you film videos, have your camera set up in the same angle and location so you're ready to go as soon as you're ready to film. If you're someone that travels frequently, have a checklist of your travel essentials and pre-pack those toiletries so you can just grab and go. When you make things easy for yourself, you're more likely to get the work done fast and efficiently. So my last tip is to have deadlines and review your progress. When we work without a deadline, it's very easy for the task to drag on and fill up the whole day. So instead, try to time block your day for certain tasks. For example, I'm going to block out 5:30 to 6 p.m. to make dinner, and that's going to prevent me from getting distracted by other things or taking longer than necessary because I need to serve dinner at 6. For smaller tasks, setting a timer will help you make the most of your time because you're working under a time limit, such as 15 minutes for speed cleaning in the bathroom or 5 minutes to load the laundry. It will help you make the most of your time and get more things done. And finally, we need to track our progress. It's the same as what we do at work. Our manager conducts the performance review and track our KPIs. So if we never check in with ourselves, we won't know what's doing well and what we need to work on. Look through your to-do list by the end of the day and see what you've accomplished. Give yourself a pat on the back and schedule any outstanding tasks to other days. Then reflect on what you can do differently. If you're going to pick up a new habit or you're working towards your New Year goal, put that in a goal tracker so you know exactly how you're doing. Let's say you want to exercise more frequently and you set yourself a goal of hitting the gym 3 times a week. Put this in your goal tracker, and this is the important part. Put the tracker somewhere prominent you'll see in the right location. What I mean by that is, if you usually work out in the morning, put the tracker on the wall next to your bed, so that's the first thing you see when you wake up. If you're trying to eat more fruit and vegetables, stick it on the fridge. The visual cue is going to motivate and remind you to stick to your goals. As we're approaching the middle of the year, now is a great time to check in with yourself and look back on how the first half of the year went. I hope this video will be helpful for whatever you're pursuing in your life. You might have noticed this is actually my very first video on YouTube, and I'll be making more content around self-improvement and living a fulfilled life. If you can give me some encouragement in the forms of like and subscribe, that will help me stick to my New Year goal. Let me know in the comments below what goal you're working on this year, and remember, it's never too late to start. I'll see you in the next one.